Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Jay Larone, and if you don't mind, please like, share, and subscribe. And we're about to jump into another video here. All right, I've been doing a little deep dive and been going into some archive videos of Shahrazad Ali, right? And I find it very interesting in all of the the videos that I've been seeing. Of course, she talks about the structure dynamics of the black family and everything, and how black women basically have sold out to the government, to the white man, and has aided in the destruction of the black community, right? So also in some of her videos, I've noticed where she's talked about diet and eating pig, and how by eating, it's the worm and all that's inside the meat, you can't destroy it, and how that's also affected the black community by eating all this pork and this beef and this red meat. Is not good for you at all. It's not good for you at all. I'm telling you. That's why a lot of the black community suffers from heart attacks, clogged arteries, high blood pressure, diabetes, everything up under the sun leads. It all goes back to your diet, what you eat, right? So in this video, I'm going to share with you is just her talking on that subject of dietary, of the harmful effects of eating pork and all that. Okay, so just hold tight. And fair use, fair use.
In 1985, I was going about the country trying to still work to teach our people something, trying to get them to stop eating pork. And at that time, I was having what I call get off those hog lectures. And I would take the microscope out and I would show black people how even if you cook pork, you couldn't kill the worm. I would show them that the worm was still alive in the meat after heat, because that's what they told us, that you could cook it and kill the worm. And so I would show them what it did to the brain and the spinal column. And so there were many black men who wanted to stop eating pork. They wanted to change their diets, and they were in agreement. But it was the black woman who I found who was the most adamant, who refused to change her cooking habits, who didn't want to shop differently, who didn't want to do any different meal planning. And so I say, well, now, if we are refusing to provide the black man with the proper physical food when we know food is what sustains life, then what else are we keeping from him?
Bam, that right there. How is it that black women, you're married, right? This is your husband, this is your man, this is the guy that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Yet you got pushed back on this woman telling you about the dangers of eating pork? Really? And you wonder why all this is going down. You wonder why men are leaving. You wonder why we have passport bros. All this, everything that we talk about leads back to the passport bros leaving, and I don't blame them, not one bit. Just because of it is what it is. Y'all can be triggered, you can be mad, you black women, whoever, simps, white knights, whatever you want to call yourselves. You can be mad all you want. But this is what it is. Our community is so dysfunctional. We don't eat right. Black people are the biggest consumers of fast food, junk food, Coke, Pepsi, whatever you want to call it. We are the biggest, we consume it all. You know what I'm saying? We are the biggest consumers when it comes to that, along with everything else, Nike, Gucci, everything that, can't pronounce and you can't afford. Balenciaga, whatever. Everybody want Balenciaga. I want Balenciaga. Half y'all don't, goddamn well you can't afford no Balenciaga. But y'all be trying to get it. You know what I mean? Get off that swine, is what I'm saying. And the fact that she was telling and showing people the effects of eating that pork, how you could not kill that worm, and black women were still pushing back, saying, "Oh, we still going to feed this to our men." Y'all don't care about your men. You don't. You don't care about your men at all. You know, and I guess that's where that I'm strong, independent, I don't need a man come from. Because y'all already, I mean, hey, you show that you don't. You show that you don't care about us. You know, you gonna push back on eating pork when it's being, showed to you what the effects could be. That you couldn't, and that worm that's in that pork, that's what that's why I said, I think in one of my last videos I was saying pork, you eat that and it's parasitic. What do you think that worm is? That's a parasite that causes brain damage. That's why a lot of y'all are out here, mentally dysfunctional, mentally disturbed, because you're eating that pork, you're eating that red meat, you're drinking sodas, that processed sugar, processed meat, that whatever, what's that stuff called? I can't think of the name of it, but the glucose or whatever in the sugars, y'all know what I'm talking about. But just the sugar alone that's in these sodas and fruit drinks and juices that they say is from concentrate and all that, man. No, if you ain't taking that orange and getting you a juicer at the house, buying that orange from the market, going home and squeezing that juice out of that orange, then you're doing yourself a disservice. Killing yourself. Anything you buy from these markets or from these stores that are made, from these factories, put in these bottles or put in these containers, this Tropicana, this whatever, Simply Orange and all that, man, that stuff, if you ain't get the orange yourself and squeeze it and drink the juice, then you're not really drinking anything natural. Put it that way. Stuff is killing you. We need to get off of that. We need to get off of that. Plant-based diets are what, people try to push back on plant-based. It's better than eating this meat. It's better than eating this swine, this beef. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you eat fish is, because of the omega-3s, I can see why people will eat fish. Certain types of fish, because of the omega-3s. I wouldn't fry it. Bake, broil, grill, something like that. But definitely not the pork, man. Definitely not that beef. Like I said, that's why a lot of the people in the black community are dying, because that red meat. I don't want to be too graphic, but you never really get it out of your system when you go and have a BM, a bowel movement. That meat sits there in your small intestine area, large intestine, whatever, it sits in that area and it doesn't go anywhere. It just sits there over time. That's why, and it releases those toxins that, gives you all your illnesses, all your problems, all your aches and pains, your mental problems, your high blood pressure, your diabetes, your clogged arteries. I was listening to a broadcast. I think it was Obsidian. Yeah, it was Obsidian. And a guy called in, right? He had been, having high blood pressure for a while. He was going to the doctor back and forth. Every time he went, his blood pressure was up. Kept getting pills. They kept feeding him pills, right? So he, I guess, heard one of Obsidian's broadcasts, right? And heard Obsidian talking about eating plant-based and working out. So this guy decided, okay, well, shoot, I've been going to the doctor every time I go, my blood pressure's up. Taking the same pills back and over and over. Let me change my diet. So he decided not to eat meat. He stopped eating meat, stopped eating pork, stopped eating beef, cut down on the sugar intake, started drinking water, and he was working out, right? But when he was, eating the pills, he was eating the pills and working out. Well, not eating the pills, but he was taking the pills and he was working out, right? But he was still eating the BS. He was still eating the bad food, right? So he stopped eating the bad food. He started eating plant-based. Got rid of the meat, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. And of course, he kept his workout routine. Stopped taking the pills. And guess what? Next time the brother went to the doctor, his blood pressure was down. Wow. You believe that, huh? Would you believe that? Just by cutting out that meat. He kept doing everything else. He kept working out. He just cut out the meat, cut out the red meat, cut out the pork, the beef. Started drinking water. And guess what? The brother's high blood pressure went down. And he quit taking the medicine. Imagine that. Just by doing that, he lowered his blood pressure. His blood pressure was down to where it's supposed to be. No more high blood pressure for this brother. And y'all think taking these pills is going to help save you. These pills are designed to cripple you, keep you coming back for more. It's just a big business. That's all it is. It's the pharmaceutical line is just a big business to keep you coming back. It's like that placebo. It's like they're giving you these placebos that's doing you more harm than good. That's why on these pills, these labels, they always have the side effects. Why are you taking something that's giving you a side effect that can probably do worse, or giving you a worse condition, or something that will lead up to a worse condition than what you have already? Right? But we have people just don't want to listen. We've been so conditioned and indoctrinated in, you got to eat beef, eat pork, that's protein. No, there's other ways of getting your protein. Healthier ways of getting your protein. Healthier ways of getting, full, without overeating, without taking in a lot of carbs. You know what I mean? Calorie deficit, quit taking in all these calories. That's one thing y'all can stop doing. Just quit eating all these calories. Eating these foods with this high calorie intake or high caloric intake. And work out. Drink water. Work out. Eat fruits and vegetables. Leave the meat alone because it's no good for you. This pork is no good. Like Shahrazad Ali said, there's no way to kill that worm. That worm is in that meat. And y'all just be at these places, man. Oh, the smell is just, man, I haven't eaten. I can't remember when the last time I've actually went into a restaurant or went into any fast food place, and even when I drive by it and my window's down, I've driven by a McDonald's with my window down and damn near threw up because of the smell that's coming from there. Shit is nasty. The shit stinks. I don't know how y'all eat that. Y'all need to get off of that. But I just want to drop this video, man. Like I said, it just kills me how a lot of people swear up and down by, well, I was raised to eat this and I was raised to eat that. Just because you were raised to do something don't make it right. Don't make what you're doing right. And you got a lot of people saying, well, thyroid's running my family. High blood pressure running my family. I'm predisposed to this. I'm predisposed to that. It only runs in your family because your family has been eating this stuff year after year, generation after generation. That's why you're predisposed to it. You would not have those effects if you exercise and eat right. Change your diet. But y'all, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about this video. And if you want to see more like this, like I said, I'm looking into some more videos that Dr. Shahrazad Ali has that's in the archives. So I'm going to see what else I can pull up. But you guys, please, it's Sunday. Y'all take it easy. Be good. Be nice. Be kind. Be respectful. And as I always like to say, be good to yourself. By all means, let's be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.